Hello, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. In this particular episode, I'd like to talk a little bit about the path that somebody can take to get the green card. A lot of people think that they can only come here for 3 months, 4 months, and that's it. Then they have to go home. But if everything is done properly and in the right time period, then they will be able to basically come here as a visitor and they could end up being a U.S. citizen. Now, I'm not saying that they need to misrepresent or lie in any manner. Obviously, if they're intending on coming here as a visitor, they have to intend to visit, to go to Disneyland, visit their friends, go to New York, and all that. But they can change their minds, okay? They can change their intention at a later point. So let's take that example. Somebody comes in as a visitor. They come in as a visitor, and 3 months later they say, wow, they like it here. So let's say that they want to go to school. So they change from a B2 to an F1, and they go to school. And let's say they go to school for X number of years, and then they get a college degree. They then switch to OPT, which is optional practical training. And then let's say they do it at the right time and they apply for an H-1B. That's for a work permit. So they get an H-1B. It's good for 3 years, can be extended for another 3 years, and it can even be extended longer if you have a pending labor cert or perm. So let's say that after a couple years, that employer who is employing them really likes them and says, I'll help you apply for the perm. So they apply for the perm, and the perm gets approved, and it's waiting, percolating along for the visa number to become current. And during that time, they get yearly extensions of the H-1B. And then with the perm, let's say it's current now, so they apply for adjustment, and that goes through, and boom, now they're a lawful permanent resident. And then a few years from now, once the adjustment, once they've been as a lawful permanent resident for a period of time, they then, let's say, apply for U.S. citizenship, and then they become a citizen, all starting many years prior when they came in as a visitor. So there are a lot of different paths that one can take in order to become a lawful permanent resident and a U.S. citizen. There is no need to wait outside the United States for many years for visa numbers to become current when there is a plethora of different types of work permits. It's like alphabet soup. There's H-1B, H-2A, H-2B, O-1, P-1, P-2, Q1, R1. I mean, it just goes on and on. There's different kinds of ways of obtaining the work permit, and there's also investment-based work permits, the L1, the E1, the E2. So what I would suggest is, if you want, give me a call. I'll let you know what types of ways you might be able to come into the U.S. And if you maintain a good immigration attorney throughout the whole process, then not only will you not have to wait all those many years to be able to come in the U.S., but you'll be able to stay here and have a good life in the U.S. and do everything legally, properly, and without issue or problems. So don't despair if you just received notice that your petition is going to take another 15 years to become current, because there's other ways to come in while you're waiting for that one to become current. Okay, more on the coming videos.